everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Max Mobile Celebrity Network or Celebrity Podcast. I'm sorry, and I want to say thank you so much for joining us. And we are going to have another great show today, as usual. And we're going to have a guest of Mr. Victor Jones, who is the president of the Indie Artists United. He basically is a talent agent, and he's also a professional musician himself. And so he will be joining us about 12:15 this afternoon. And I just want to thank everybody for joining us today. And we got a lot of changes that are coming up, and good changes that are coming up soon. Just to let everyone know, because people have been asking me too about what directories you can find this. We're actually already on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Google Podcasts. We're on Pandora, and a couple of other, like four other minor ones. We will, as of the 22nd, which is going to be actually my birthday bash. We're having a special show on the 22nd, and we will be registered on iHeartRadio.
Okay.
It was just the timing of it. It wasn't just because of my birthday. It's just the timing of it. I got notice from iHeartRadio, so you will be able to download our episodes on iHeartRadio, which is
Very
audio
nice.
only. So please understand that these directories, these are all audio. Okay. In regards to the actual live video stream, that's where you get us on YouTube and also on Facebook. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's going to be a lot of fun. We're growing our audience. We're going to be launching a new website. It's going to be the Max Mobile Celebrity Podcast website. It's going to have a little
Yay.
information on there. It's going to have our hosts, going to have our bios, going to have past episodes. You don't have to worry about trying to get the link. Every week you'll be able to go to log into one place. One place.
Fantastic.
It'll be a one-stop shop. You just go to the website, just click on a link, and you'll be able to catch us live. And you can actually download episodes. And it's also going to have a calendar. It's going to have a calendar where you'll be able to see up and coming, just in case you may find some of your favorite artists that you don't want to miss. You can actually schedule it ahead of time. So we'll have a calendar as well. So it's going to be very interactive. And we're also going to have advertising. So we're going to be offering sponsorship packages for companies who want to advertise on the show as well.
Very nice.
So we've got a lot of work, got a lot of things going on. And also, I need to mention that I'm working on a major project, actually two of them. I'm actually working on a project that's called Virtual Blessings. It's going to be
Mm.
another podcast. It's called Virtual Blessings um, from the just went blank all of a sudden to show my age. Virtual Blessings from the Rising Phoenix. That's what it's called. And what that is, it's going to be a special show that's going to be giving blessings to people that are in need. Uh,
Mm.
and the Rising of the Phoenix is something that comes back from our ancient Egyptian, and we'll explain to you about what that's all about. And really, what it's going to come down to is going to talk about how man has disrupted just the flow of nature and so
Mm.
many different things, and why we have to understand that the things that are happening to us is because we're causing them, and we just disrupted the whole flow of nature. And so we're going to be reaching out, and we're going to have my boy. We're just talking about him. We're just talking about him, Shonda, the spoken word artist. He's going to be joining
Oh, Princess.
Prentice, yeah, Prentice Powell is
Mm.
going to be with
Princess
us,
Pal.
and he's going to do some special writings for that. So we're pretty excited about that as well. And then in July, we moved it to July because it's a lot of programming. We're actually going to be launching the first virtual Black Talent Showcase.
Oh, I know we've been talking about that for a while, so that's
That's
good
going
to
to be
see it finally coming to fruition.
Yeah, that's going to be launched actually in the 4th of
Uh-huh.
July. That's going to be our 4th of July party. So our guys are busy. I got programmers, and we're busy just putting stuff together, and it's just a lot going on. So I want to
I
thank,
bet.
and we're excited. We're excited. It's going to be a very exciting summer. The rest of 2021 is going to be very exciting for everybody. And what I like to do before we have our guests come on, I want to start off by playing a video of a new track. She's a friend of ours, friend of the show. Her name is Patrice Hawthorne.
Hey, Patrice.
She, she actually has her own podcast as well, and she's doing some really good things. She's actually doing some TV and she's got a new video that she just launched, and we're going to take the time to launch it, to watch this video, and it's pretty interesting. I hope you like it. And
Nice.
I'm going to go ahead and open up our chat room, and so any comments that you have, we're open. We're welcome to any comments that you may have, and we'd like to definitely communicate with you. And we're definitely looking forward to seeing her. Definitely looking forward to seeing her video, which I'm going to play right now. And look who just came in. You bring her in here. Oh, she just disappeared again. Okay. Well, this is going to be popular. She must be having some technical issue. But we're going to play the video right now. And this is from Patrice Hawthorne. And I hope you enjoy it.
When you walk into the room and my heart begins to smile and my thoughts of you run wild, what is this in my heart that I feel? Is it real? When you walk into the room and my heart is just assumes, but first I need to know you. What is this? What is this in my heart that I feel? Is it real? And all my life I've waited for someone to come along and share my life. Oh, my hopes, my dreams, and finally you came to me. Yeah. But is it real or is it a fantasy? When you walk into the room, is it love? It's just too soon. Will it be all that it feels it will be? What is this? What is this in my heart that I feel? Is it real? Oh, I gotta know, gotta know, gotta know. What is this? What is this in my heart that I feel? Is it real? What's in my heart? What is this? What is this in my heart that I feel? Is it real? What is this? What is this in my heart that I feel? Is it real?
What a beautiful song.
It really is.
Yeah, there's our other co-host. Hey, Miss Jania. How you doing? Okay? So what are your thoughts on Shauna? What are your thoughts on the video?
I'm sorry, didn't hear you.
No, I'm saying, what are your thoughts on that video?
Oh, that's a beautiful song. Her voice is beautiful.
Yeah, she has a very, very beautiful voice, and she just released that. She just released that video, and so I told her that we were definitely give her some support on that. And
Beautiful job, Patrice.
yes, it was beautiful, beautiful job, beautiful video. How you doing, Miss Jania?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Looking like all sunshine with your yellow,
Oh
Hello,
yeah,
hello.
got
yellow
my
back.
little flowers.
Yeah, okay, bring some
That
sunshine.
song was so good though. I was just
Yeah, Patrice, she's an actual been on. She's been on our show, and she got a beautiful voice, and she just released that just about like a week ago. And actually,
Yep.
yeah,
that's
that's
yeah, just
beautiful.
about a week ago. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful voice. But anyway, we are going to introduce our special guest today, Mr. Victor Jones, who is an actual musician himself, professional musician, and also the president of Indie Artists United. And I want to welcome him to our show at the Max Mobile Celebrity Podcast. How you doing, Victor?
Hey, how are you?
Hey, man, every time we get a chance to wake up, put our feet on the floor, man, it's another blessed day.
I know that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
How's it going with you?
Going well,
Well,
man. Just got through with the concert. Well, actually, a performance last night at the Jerk and Jive. Did a live performance with my band, instrumental music. It was a blast. We really enjoyed ourselves.
Nice. Well, Victor, let me introduce you to the two queens of the show here. This is Shonda, and
Okay.
good morning or good afternoon, depending upon where you're located.
I'm located in the morning.
okay, we know how it is.
Good morning.
So good morning, and also our other queen here, Jania. Jania is new with us, and she's a professional radio personality herself, and so
Okay.
we say thank
Nice
you
to
for
meet you.
joining us. Victor,
Yes,
tell us,
hello.
you have a very interesting journey, and you're the president of the Indie Artists United. You have represent artists actually globally, and
Correct.
so did you literally? Now, I want to ask you because you know it's kind of a common question, especially for us folks. Did you start coming your music coming from the church? How did you get started?
Did my music come from the church? Yes, I started as a church musician. The desire started. Actually, the desire didn't start from church, but church was was one of the effects of my desire to play. I started actually playing music when my desire started when I was in high school, and there was this guy named Larry Blunt. Sure, he's out there listening somewhere. He could actually play the piano. And I was in chorus, and he was in chorus, and he'd come in and sit in and play the piano. And I would look, and I would see how the girls would respond to him. And so I was like, okay, wow, I
I'm
want
gonna
to
need
try
some of
that.
that.
Yeah, keep it real. We keep it real on the show, Victor.
Yeah, so I'm just keeping it real, man. That's what I believe in doing. And so I wanted to get the same attention. So I actually
Mhm.
started playing. I got Larry to show me a couple of chords. And from there, I really liked it. I didn't know I would actually fall in love with music. And as I progressed very fast. I was playing for a band before I actually started like really going into piano. And one of my mentors, his name was Joe Saunders. I was playing drums. We went on TV about 3 or 4 times. I was probably about 14, 15 years old. And we actually did a concert in Florida. And I was on the bus and I had a keyboard with batteries. And so I was playing the keyboard and he actually saw me playing and he was like, dude, why is it that you're not playing the keyboard? He was like, you're progressing so fast. And he was like, this is your instrument. And so after he said that, it made me pursue it more. And so that's how I transpired or grew into becoming a keyboardist, producer, singer, songwriter, and the story goes on.
Victor, I definitely got to ask you this though, because I literally was very blessed. My mother was very instrumental with us, with the kids, and wanted us to learn how to play keyboards. So she went out and bought this beautiful baby grand piano.
Mhm.
And I got to tell you though, Victor, what was a turnoff? Because growing up, we grew up listening to 70s and 80s music, and I grew up listening to a lot of great artists. And then we get to a piano, and she had a guy to come over, a piano teacher. He started playing these little corny songs, you know, and it was really a big turnoff. And I guess I wasn't disciplined enough to realize that you got to start, But he was talking about
Somewhere. Yeah.
yeah, but Shadi, you ever time playing Mary Had a Little Lamb and stuff like the old nursery rhymes and stuff, man. I'm up here listening to Herbie Hancock, and I'm sitting here looking at, you know, uh, I'm listening to Denise Williams and all these
Uh-huh.
great artists, and he up here starting out. I'm sitting here like, I'm not feeling this.
Right, 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 right.
So I ended up, and Victor, you know this. You know that we had basement. Everybody used to play, parties in the basement, and the bands and practice in the basements and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so all of my buddies were like musicians, bass players, guitar players, drummers, and stuff. So we started hanging out. So was that very similar to you too? You started hanging out with other musicians in the neighborhood. Was it very similar?
Honestly, I've always been a loner. Yeah, I had a crew that I was hanging out with in high school, and they were doing music as well. And as a matter of fact, his name was Otis Brown. I'm sure he's out there listening somewhere as well. He actually had like a desire to run a label. And when he heard me play in the chorus room, he was intrigued.
Oh.
And he felt that as if I could actually write song. And so I started writing song probably about 17, 18 years old. I actually started playing the keyboard at 17.
Okay.
And I just wanted it so bad to the point where I practiced day and night and day and night and day and night. I mean, sometimes all day long, man, I would practice. And
Wow.
it's interesting that you said about the, just the tunes that Mary Had a Little Lamb and all those things. I didn't like things like that as well. I wanted to play when I was in high school, all about the Benjamins, baby, and so I would actually go after the more popular songs, and that actually transpires into our band now, where we actually do restaurants and shows and all those things. We actually on last night we actually featured or did a tribute to mothers, and so we did the Tupac song "Save It." And so as soon as we started playing it, it sounded just like the song. I had the lead guitar part. I had two keyboards, and I had the keyboard on top, and I was actually playing the guitar part that come with it. And I had the chorus down the bottom. Then my bass player was playing, and the drummer was playing. Then we had a click track in the back.
Now.
And so it sounded fully just like the song, and everybody started to just go bananas because they knew what we were playing. And I think that's what the band is really known for. And it's called the IAU band. That's why I'm talking about it.
IAU band.
Yes.
Nice.
That makes sense that you would lean towards the more popular songs, being that you started to get the attention. So we see why you and Mr. AJ Fields didn't like Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Exactly. And no girls gonna holler when no Mary Had a Little Lamb. I hear you, brother.
Right.
What was amazing last night was close to the latter part of the performance, we were playing "How Does It Feel" and by D'Angelo, and it sounded just like the song. I would run the lead line on top, like I said before, and there's this lady walks up, two ladies walk up, and they just asked me, it's like, can we do a video, please? And they stood there throughout the whole song, watched me play this song, "How Does It Feel," and recorded the whole song. And so people want what's popular.
Right.
And I think that's important that as an artist, and especially at Indie Artists United, that's something that we try to reinforce, re-encourage, and always continue to keep that before them, that when you're an artist or whatever you do, you are supposed to be focused on what the people want to hear. People make the artist.
That's true.
That's right.
That's
You have
true.
to evolve, continuously evolve.
Can you tell us a little bit more about Indie Artists United? Like, how did you start with this? It's the name of your band and also the name of your organization, right?
Correct. It's more an extension of the band. I'm just trying to tag it, because some of our artists, actually the band members are actually on the app as well and with the network. But anyway, so Indie Artists United is a network. The creation of it was really birthed out of my experience as an independent artist. I talk about this. I'm starting to actually really start to air this more than I've done in the past, because I've been very solicited about, my personal experiences as a musician, but I feel the need that it's important that people know. So, as a church musician, I might say that church people are more bent on the popular songs, as what we were speaking earlier. They're not geared towards your writing, your songs, your
Exactly.
desires, And so, because most churches are not set up that way to support someone who wants to create their own sound, then I actually endured lack of support for my endeavors to become an independent artist. So I wrote songs. I believe that some of my songs and most of my songs were just as good as some of the songs today, especially the Christian worship songs. Christian worship is so simple. It's simple.
It is. I was a worship leader. I'd go.
So I actually create those type of songs, and my songs are just as good. And I'm not talking about just with the music. I'm talking about the content of the song, the theology of the song.
Theology
I've actually
behind it.
did some doctorate classes on theology, and so I had this product that was rich, but it was ignored. And so throughout that experience, and not just with the church, but family members, lack of support from everyone that I thought should have been supportive of what I was doing. And when I say support, I mean by sharing, sharing with others, just something that you can do for free,
Right.
And so I didn't get the support that I needed. It didn't make me depressed, but it did make me feel like giving up. And so Indie Artists United is my response to the lack of support. And by means of example, then Indie Artists United is the embodiment of the opposite of what I received. Most of the times, when we get something bad to happen to us or someone mistreat us, we want to respond to that person in vengeance. Well, and the vengeance of the same behaviors that was displayed to us. Indie Artists United is the opposite. It's vengeance, but it's not a vengeance of repay, but it's more of a vengeance of support. And so then Indie Artists United is a network of independent artists, in my thoughts, to come together to support each other as a family or as a community, to support each other by means of sharing each other's music on each other's page, playing each other's music, listening to each other's music, giving feedback. We have a playlist where we add all of our artists' songs there, and we share that playlist with others. And we also listen to the playlist in support of each other via increasing streams, increasing value, increasing more awareness of the artist. And so that's another auxiliary of Indie Artists United. We also have the Artist of the Week by means of reinforcement of unity, development skills on becoming a unit. A lot of times as an independent artist, I think the name implies independency, aloneness. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Not with
isolation.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the thing is, the reinforcement of the Artist of the Week is to say to the artist, if you show support for the other, then we will award you with the Artist of the Week, where we actually give the artist a free ad on our Facebook page and also on Instagram, where we've had, I wish I had a video shot. I could actually show some of the shared screen of what the feedback we've got. We've got some artists that have received about 10,000 views, about 2,000-3,000 likes. And this happens every week. And so this week we have Mr. Jay Fuse, who have just been awarded the Indie Artists United Pitch Artist of the Month. And he's actually at about 1.3 thousand likes within 3 days and about 5,000 views. And so that's what they get as far as becoming the Artist of the Week for displaying any type of unity. And so basically the whole embodiment of Indie Artists United is more of a support system in my response to what I did not get. And so we are a network of artists who come together by means of becoming one and becoming a powerful force into the community to attract the attention that we desire.
And to support each other with your individual endeavors. That is what's up. How has social media, I know it sounds like it plays a very important part in that. So I don't know how this would thrive or survive if we didn't have the social media aspect. Like, how important is that to your movement?
The internet is the most important a part of the movement because at this
Uh-huh.
point we've been together for about 4 months, and within 4 months we've grown with Facebook followers and the band app, which we actually have, and some of the other social media networks that we have. We've actually grown to about 800 people within 4 months.
Nice.
We have people in Africa, we have people in France, we have people in Spain, we have people in Saudi Arabia, we have people in Palestine, we have people all over the world. So the internet is the most important. I think in today's music industry, the internet has definitely damaged the major industries. And
Mm,
so, yes, the internet is the most important. It's the most significant thing for an independent artist at this point.
it sure is.
Wow.
A lot of people now are using that as kind of like, this is how people are getting discovered. This not so much as the showcases anymore. Like the internet is how artists are putting out all of their music. So how did you manage with your own professional, aspirations and music and all that during pandemic times? Like, I know you must have been like, I can't get out, I can't play. How did you feel like as a creative, as a musician? Like, how did the pandemic impact you?
Well, I can't say the pandemic impacted me because
Mm-hmm.
in reality, churches were still going. And so I was actually still
Oh yeah,
performing
yeah.
in churches at that time. Um,
Virtually.
yeah, certainly. I
Yeah.
was still performing. But at the same time, like I said, um, I think the pandemic affected me in a more positive way. I'm not going to quote it correctly, but I believe the Chinese say, in the midst of trial is opportunity. So I think that was my thought process with the pandemic, and even now, is that we take advantage of trial. And trial
Exactly.
is the actually very essence of the birth of triumph. So I think that
Mm-hmm.
that's the mentality that I take about everything that I do. So, so you know,
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
I mean, just starting from what you said before, going back a little bit about not feeling supported, and then in that you develop your group. And I think in life that's how life is supposed to be lived. When you go through different things and you don't get that, that's supposed to help you create a solution for others. If you're not creating solutions, you know yeah, what are we doing here? So problems and situations are beneficial, and it's an opportunity for us to create these things like the IAU, okay, the
mhm,
indie artists,
united.
united, right? Yeah, that. So
It's okay. We're just learning
uh,
about it.
yeah, so I think that is who you are, and sometimes when we are on this journey of life, it takes all of these series of events to happen for us to look back and say, like, oh, I've been doing this since doing this. This
Yeah,
is who
yeah,
I
yeah.
am. And
Mm-hmm.
you realize that, like, listen, I'm a creator. I am made to go through things so that I can come out with solutions for the whole world. Because, like you said, you're in all of these countries and doing
Mm-hmm.
what you're doing. That's impressive.
I think the beautiful thing about Indie Artists United as well, if I might pinpoint or highlight one of our actual testimonies, um, we have artists that live in Nigeria, in Africa, where I believe it's in Logos. I had one of my artists telling me that actually they could live off $35 a month, 35 US
Wow.
dollars a month.
Right.
They're
Wow.
actually making that income with Indie Artists United.
It's like
We
the
have
like
people.
Wow.
So
Hmm.
you see, so it's very beneficial for those who are out of the country. You get what I'm saying? To actually become a part of what we do. And the beautiful thing about Indie Artists United, and if I might say this while we're actually online, if someone's watching or listening and an artist and wants to join, is that it's free. Indie
wow.
Artists
Wow.
United is totally free. Everything's free.
Ooh.
All you have to do is join and pay your due diligence as an artist to show the
Mm-hmm.
support of other artists. That is all we request. And that is, again, it's a win win situation where you develop some community, skills and abilities and behaviors that you need to be successful as a business person, because becoming an independent artist or becoming anything is a business aspect of the deal. And
Yep.
so teaching that you build your value as an
That's
artist.
right.
For instance, I had the guy I'm working with now, Jay Fuse. I think I sent you the video if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Jay Fuse's new video. we're working together with him as the IAU pitch artist. And so he's got about 1.5 thousand likes. I said, well, Jay Fuse, what you need to do is you need to actually go to the post that we've posted for you and talk to these people. Let them know, hey, thanks. I appreciate you liking. Build your brand. You get what I'm saying? By networking and showing your appreciation and gratitude for those who have liked or who have supported you in your endeavors as an artist.
That's
I
big.
like it. Victor, what we're going to do? Let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and play the video of Jay
Could you
Fuse.
play a portion of it? Just a portion of it, if you don't mind.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. And what was the name of his track?
The name of this track
Oh, it's called Never Stop. Isn't it Never Stop?
Never Stop. That's exactly what it is. Did you get the other video too? Hopefully you got the live performance video.
Not sure, but we're gonna go ahead. We'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and check on that when we're playing this one. This Never Stop by Jay Fuse.
Sounds good.
I'm going crazy for this one. Gotta be ready, gotta be live. Put in the work and the money get heavy. Never gonna stop. Run through the night, through the day, even day. Ain't no surprise. Why you niggas really be hating? Cause I was grand. Started with multiple missions. Fight for your life and stay distant. Nigga, you gotta go get it. Nigga, you better go get it. And that shit it ain't given. This way the bladder will kick. Or you will rise to position. This way you gotta be willing to take. If you rich, make a sacrifice. You hungry, I'm starving. You focused on balling. I'm focused on getting regardless how long it may take. It's only fact 8 for the day. It might be the day that you get you your break. So why would you quit, man? Go put it that way. That's what you take for the work. Get you a team. Show them the vision. You follow your dream. You gotta believe and you gotta want. Be motivated, always be a hug. Never get rain on it if it's time. Either go party or make you some money. Imagine a woman that won't be a dime. Make an investment and double your profit. Ain't no other option, all about ownership. That's when you really a boss. You can get people to ownership. Run with this. Know some niggas that I grew up with, adios, done with this. For me to grow, man, y'all had to go run me shit. Keeping myself with some like-minded minds, yeah, we running shit. Gunning it right on the head and stay money and power, yeah, that's on my dinner plate. We can be party, so you will be in my way anyway. I'm trying to make it back every day. Gotta be ready, gotta be live. Put in the work and the money get heavy. Never gonna stop. Run through the night, through the day, even day. Ain't no surprise. Why you niggas really be hating? Cause I was grand. Gotta be ready, gotta be live. Put in the work and the money get heavy. Never gonna stop. Run through the night, through the day, even day. Ain't no surprise. Why you niggas really be hating? Cause I was grand. Every day set you a goal, then you go. Accomplishing everything that's in your goal. You get a universe, know that you want it, you earn it, you buy it, and then you will own. Pick up the phone for your bro when he call. He do a bit, then you answer it call. Put some bread to the sky. For when he touchdown, then you bless him, cause he kept his promise. Loyalty, see it as principle. You niggas selfish, man, you niggas pitiful. This shit is critical. I do not do what you niggas do. Everyone's around me to know what I'm getting to. Building up brand for my legacy, this and you ain't got no time for some shit that'll make me lose. Hitting familiars, I'm working, this what I do. Now I see why that you see you making some moves. Introduce bro to the movement. Yeah, customer back, got him grooving. Yeah, customer back, then he moving. You see, we don't hang with no losers. It's when a circle here, and I'm making my presence. We know that you niggas lose focus. You stuck on some ass, and she'll be the reason why you will get trashed. See that bitch right in the past, passing you niggas. This attract me, yeah, I'm laughing you niggas. They offered us 20, we said no, we kept it moving. You stupid, we laughed at them niggas. This ain't no hit the black type of groove. This that been that one type of smooth. That gangsta suit and tie type of movie, yeah, this that time. Gotta be ready, gotta be live. Put in the work and the money get heavy. Never gonna stop. Run through the night, through the day, even day. Ain't no surprise. Why you niggas really be hating? Cause I was grand. Gotta be ready, gotta be live. Put in the work and the money get heavy. Never gonna stop. Run through the night, through the day, even day. Ain't no surprise. Why you niggas really be hating? Cause I was grand. Gotta be ready, gotta be live. Put in the work and the money get heavy. Never gonna stop. Run through the night, through the day, even day. Ain't no surprise. Why you niggas really be hating? Cause I was grand.
Hey, I like that.
Very professional. Very professional.
I like that. I apologize for I don't know really what's going on. I apologize for the freezing up a little bit. And it's really weird. But that was very good. I really enjoyed that. Believe it or not. And so that video, where was that shot at, Victor?
Baltimore. It was shot in Baltimore.
Okay.
Right
So
down the street, about 45 minutes from me.
Do you have a company that you're contracted with to do your music videos?
Well, that would be a Jay Fuse question because, like I said, Indie Artists United is more of a network. It's not a record label. And so he actually gets his work done. And what we do is we take arms with him to support him and push him out, to the community and also the surrounding countries or however to help him get it out there.
So it's almost like a digital distribution that you're helping distribute their music and even with. So how do you go about getting them radio spins? Because although internet is definitely the gorilla in marketing, I get that. But as a radio personality, especially with the HBCU here in North Carolina, I know a lot of times. Yeah, North Carolina, NC. Hey.
I used to live there.
Oh, really? What part?
Well, I lived in the Ahoskie area. I'm not sure if you've heard of that before. It's the only city by that name in the United States of America. So I wouldn't look for you.
Okay. Okay. That's good. Still in NC. So how do you go about getting their radio, getting them radio spins? Do you contact the radio stations for them, or is that something you just encourage them to do?
Well, what we do is, like I said, we are a partnership. So we're partnered with we have a member that's a part of the IAU pitch, and she's partnered with about 100 to 200 radio stations. I've had Jay Fuse interview and get played on a radio station in London. We have a contact out of Brazil by the name of Decio Catamasio. He's actually did promotion and work for Michael Jackson and for a lot of different artists that actually perform there. We have radio stations in America, several radio stations in America that we actually contact and send them the information to send their information to. Like I said, we're a partner. And so when you come to Indie Artists United, you're not coming for full, you get what I'm saying, ownership.
Right.
We take part with you. We give you other information, other auxiliaries, other websites, other platforms that you can jump on. So it's a win-win situation where you're not obligated, you get what I'm saying, to be with one group. It's more of a support base. You get what I'm saying? That says, I'll take part with you along with all of your other endeavors. You get what I'm saying? I won't be biased towards your other endeavors. No, I will take part. You get what I'm saying? And go along with those into the betterment of your career.
That's awesome. So y'all are connected. Y'all are great connectors. You a lot of different things.
Yeah, we try. The thing is, like I said, Indie Artists United is probably, for me and for others, I believe it's more of it's a very benefit to the fact that I don't have to stop with you. You know what I'm saying? It's more of, you're my partner.
Right.
Regardless of who I deal with. Like we just had a guy signed, his name is Darrell Marley. Awesome musician. He just doesn't have a video. I'd actually love to play one of his songs here. But he's actually signed with Unisoul Records. Now he signed with them. I represented him, but there was no strings attached.
Right.
So he's still a part of Indie Artists United, and yet being signed with Unisoul Records. You get what I'm saying?
Right. So that's outside a part of you.
The motive of the commitment. You see what I'm saying? Is correct. The motive is not for self. It's about all. So that's why it's called Indie Artists United. Independent artists unite for the better good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Of the artist.
But that's awesome, because I just want to say, like, that's building relationships. And I truly believe that network increases your net worth. And so everything doesn't have to be monetary gain. There's things in life that you gain from relationship. And you can get way more from relationship than you can a monetary gain. That immediate gratification sometimes people seek after instead of doing things like you're doing, and that's sowing into people's future, into their passion, into their life. That can't be forgotten. And you inspire people. So,
Right.
like, what are your goals moving forward? Because although we do want
I
to
heard
do
that,
that,
AJ.
Now,
Go ahead.
what are your goals moving forward with the company, like with this organization? Is it to stay where is that the
No,
overall
that's
goal?
that's not our overall goal. Our overall goal, I wouldn't say our overall goal, because our goals are expanding as the days go. Um, we have a membership, where we actually have an IAU leadership, where we come together and express some of our ideas, where we actually develop more goals,
Right.
more ideas for expansion. So I can't say this is my overall goal, but this is one of my goals. I know I actually put in place when I started it,
Right.
is to actually become a social media platform.
That's awesome.
Victor,
That's
I got
what
to
we're
say,
working on.
I really commend you for what you're doing, because even our two queens here, they both have a music background as well.
Right.
And actually, all of us, everyone on this platform right now, all come from a music background. But you know what I commend you for is the fact that a lot of things have changed from the last 3 decades in
Mhm.
regards to the music
Sure
industry.
enough.
And what has happened is we had to, as a people, we've always been resilient. It's just that's just who we are.
Right.
But what we had to learn how to do everything.
Mhm.
And so I like what you're doing is back in the day, used to get, you had to get signed to a label. And the bottom line of it is we didn't own the labels.
Right.
So you had to get on with the label, and they had the connections with the network for all the radio stations, and then a lot of times you had to pay the DJs, to get your
Right.
pay and everything. And
Mhm.
at the end of the day, the bottom line of it is, it took a lot of money. It took a lot
Mm,
of money to really get your music out there, to get the airplay. And so social media has totally changed the game. But what I commend you for, Victor, is we've talked about this on the show several times, Shonda, when we talked about how the government turned around and took the budget out of the public schools, out of the art programs.
Okay.
mhm.
So we had to keep it moving, because this is so much part of who we are.
Right.
Sure enough.
And if you listen to our music, all our music is nothing but an expression of what we're going through, what we feel.
Correct.
You know, back in the day when we used to do a lot of ballads and love songs and R&B and everything, and then we get into the hip hop age in the late '80s, going to the '90s, and basically what it was about the streets.
Right.
It was about the streets. And so what I like about what you're doing is you're taking your time and energy and putting this network together of all these artists globally. And the key thing, what people need to really understand, it's that united. That's
Yeah.
the key. It's indie artists that are uniting together and helping each other. And that's the
Yes.
way it's supposed to be.
Yes. Yes.
It's
Correct.
supposed to be that way.
I think
And,
it's. I
mhm.
think for me, AJ, it's all about Indie Artists United influencing the music industry to become pure. The word holy in English is pure.
Right.
And
Mhm.
when you look at that word, the music industry has its history of exploitation.
Sure does.
And so Indie Artists United comes with the pure motive, with no strings attached, to say we can do this together
Mm-hmm.
without exploiting each other. You
Yes.
see what I'm saying? And so
Mhm.
in your face, IAU says to you, we can do this without exploitation. And it is
Mm-hmm.
possible to
It
have pure
is.
motives. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And not trap anybody. And then that in turn, it overflows
Mhm.
into other aspects and other companies to say, hey, look at them.
That's right.
What can we do to become more authentic? So it's an in your face type of approach that says we can be pure about our motives and we can succeed together.
I
I
like it.
love it.
I
I
like it.
love it.
What we're going to do now, we're going to take a quick commercial break very quickly, and we're going to come back. And when we come back, we're going to go back into Victor's roots and play his track, "Touch Me," going back to I'm going to say, his authentic self. That's what I'm going to say. But we're going to take a quick commercial break. You're watching the Max Mobile Celebrity Podcast, and we'll be back in a moment.
A new day has come. Sable Ascent is taking your business around the world at no cost. We are connecting Black businesses in one global community, transacting with one currency, Sable Coin, creating one economy. Remember, you are not alone. A digital world is here. Register your business today at sableascent.com.
With this current pandemic, we know there's still a lot of business owners that feel they don't need a mobile app to sell products to their current customers. Well, at least that's what they think. And maybe that's been the case in the past. But if you want to prepare for the immediate future and start seeing massive benefits right out the gate, you need a mobile app from Max Mobile Pro to keep up in this fast lane of e-commerce. Not so easily convinced? There are many reasons why small business owners should embrace the revolution and invest in mobile apps. Here are just a few. Mobile apps are a great strategy to keep your customers engaged with your brand, offering unique features that are more relevant. More specifically, they act like gentle reminders that pull your customers back with real-time loyalty programs. One significant advantage of a mobile app developed by Max Mobile Pro is that it provides businesses with the opportunity to personalize their communications by leveraging user profile information. Companies are able to engage their customers individually in real time. An app provides brands with the tremendous opportunity to offer a highly personalized user experience and develop deeper relationships with customers, domestic and worldwide. To learn more how we can promote your brand using a custom mobile app, talk to our senior consultant by calling 813-403-7271. Once again, that number is 813-403-7271. Or visit us on the web at www.maxmobilepro.com. Your customers have all gone mobile. When will you?
Okay, welcome back, everyone. Now, what I'd like to do, I'd like to introduce this video. Is actually Victor Jones as the artist himself. And you know what I like about that too, Victor, is a lot of the executives back in the day with all the big companies, Warner Brothers and CBS and stuff at the time, those were just basically businessmen. And a lot of them, they weren't artists.
Right.
Correct.
And I like the idea that the fact that we have an artist now that's running a business because you understand the back end of it. And I think that's a very, very important for people to understand that artists can understand what an artist goes through and the creativity and everything that goes along with that. So I could really commend you for what you're doing. But give us a quick introduction on Touch Me.
Okay. Can you hear me? You hear me?
Yes.
Great. Okay, so Touch Me then was more of a mentality where I wanted to bring people to a place of worship and intimacy on another scale. I think that in the realm now of worship, what we actually do with churches, we have a style that we call worship. But I wanted to contend that mentality with a intimate, romantic approach to the presence of God. And if you look into the theological approach of Scripture, theologically, Jesus Christ, and I'm not sure if you allow this, but just telling you about the song. Jesus Christ is called the second Adam for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
It's because what the first Adam had is what the second Adam brings back, and that is fellowship, relationship, and intimacy with God.
I like
And
that.
so then the dependence of intimacy with God
Right.
is not rock or soft rock. That is what has infiltrated the gospel realm or the Christian realm and has taken on the image of worship. Well, touch me, it's a contending of that ideology to say that we can do worship in a romantic way
Mm-hmm.
without rock and roll or
Amen.
without the rock approach. And so, touch me then is about the intimacy with God that has been regained by Christ, but in a more romantic way.
Okay.
Oh, I'm excited.
We're going to get
Mm-hmm.
into it. Now
My kind of worship.
Right.
we're about to listen to Touch Me by Victor Jones.
Touch me, Jesus, touch me, touch me, Jesus, touch me. I won't leave till you touch me. I won't leave till you feel me. I won't leave until you breathe into me. Jesus, touch me. Jesus, Jesus, touch me. Jesus, touch me. Jesus, Jesus, touch me. I won't leave. I won't leave till you touch me. Till you touch me. I won't leave. I won't leave till you feel me. Till you feel me. I won't leave. I won't leave until you breathe unto me. Me. Yeah, yeah. Why don't you come on and feel me? Jesus, Jesus, feel me. Feel me. Feel me. Feel me. Jesus, feel me. I won't leave until you feel me. I won't leave till you feel me. I won't leave. I won't leave till you touch me. I won't leave until I won't leave until breathe into me. Breathe unto me. Breathe unto me. Because I am hungry, because I am thirsty, you satisfy me. I'm desperate for you. Because I am hungry, because I am hungry, because I am thirsty, because I am thirsty, you satisfy me, you satisfy me. Desperate for you, I'm desperate for you. Because I am hungry, because I am hungry, because I am thirsty, because I am thirsty. You satisfy me, you satisfy me. Desperate for you, I'm desperate for you. Because I am hungry, because I am hungry, because I am thirsty, because I am thirsty. You satisfy me, you satisfy me. Desperate for you, desperate for you, because 'Cause I'm thirsty, thirsty for you. You satisfy me. You satisfy me. You satisfy me. Desperate for you. That's why I'm desperate for you. Because I'm hungry. Who can satisfy me but the Lord? Because I'm thirsty. You can quench my thirst. You satisfy me. Only you, Jesus. Only you, Jesus. Desperate for you. Only you, Jesus. Only you, Jesus. Because I'm hungry. Because I am hungry. Because I am thirsty. Because I am thirsty. You satisfy me. You satisfy me. Desperate, desperate for you. Because I am hungry. Only you can feel me. Only you can feel me. Only you can touch me. Only you can satisfy me. You satisfy me. Desperate, desperate for you. Desperate for you. I'm desperate for you. Desperate for you.
I'm feeling that.
Desperate for you.
Feeling
Nothing
that,
can
man.
satisfy me. Who can know me like you can? I'm desperate, desperate for you. As the flowers need the rain.
Desperate for you.
Desperate for you.
Come on now.
Desperate for you.
It's pretty powerful.
Mm.
Man, I'm feeling that.
Yes.
I'm feeling that, bro. You know what, man? I honestly believe that you must have had Jesus sitting in the next to you at the console, bro, when you're
Ooh,
mixing that, man.
Lord.
I'm
Mm.
telling you.
Well,
Come
well,
on, Holy Ghost.
theologically, and the experience of the whole song is really what's really important that people understand. If you listen to the words, the content is touch me, feel me.
Mm-hmm. It's the
John
intimacy.
John 14 says, if you believe in me and I in you, then my Father and I will come inside of you and create a home inside of you. And so that's like your house, your body
Yep.
becomes a home. So feel me. You get what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
And then after feel me, I'm hungry, and then I'm thirsty. And this song has been out for several years, and nobody has really paid it the attention because my name is not Chris Tomlin. And so
Well,
my response is Indie Artists United.
There you go. There
well,
you
you make
go.
sure you send it my way.
I know,
Okay,
right?
Mr. Fields,
I
make sure
love
you
it.
get it because we are a reporting station at
Okay.
Livingstone College. It's a HBCU, but we're a reporting station, and you know what that means. So if everything is what it's supposed to be, you get your spins, you get your money for it, and you get to reach the masses. So and we can spend it as much as we want. So we give Sundays all to gospel music. So
Okay.
that's
Uh,
definitely a praise and worship song.
yes, it's
Certainly, but
beautiful.
it's romantic. You see what
Yes.
I'm saying? It's more
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the right.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know what? It kind of, and I'm not trying to put you in a box, but it just puts me in the mind of BB and CC Winans. They
Okay.
were like big for making intimacy, like the
Right.
songs that's about, like you were
Mm-hmm.
saying,
Right.
there is this ideology of praise and worship with this rock,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I guess, that type of music, but
Exactly.
this is a whole nother level, and you
Love
have to
it.
find yourself intimate, in that position with God, and whatever your faith is, you do what you do. But with this particular song, and for me, you have to find your space and be intimate in that way.
Yeah.
So I think that
Certainly.
that's a beautiful song.
It's absolutely beautiful. Victor, thank you so much for joining us. We have come to the end of another fantastic episode of the Max Mobile Celebrity Podcast. I know we talked a lot about your organization, but can you just drop all the ways that an artist can reach out and connect with you or Indie Artists United?
Well, I would say the most tangible way to get in touch with Indie Artists United would be Facebook. Go on Facebook and just search Indie, INDIE, artist, spelled ARTIST, United, UNITED.
Awesome.
You can search us there by name of Victor Jones. Also, we are on Instagram as Indie Artists United. We are on Twitter as Indie Artists United. We are on YouTube as Indie Artists United. And if you're a more personal person, then you could actually contact us by way of email. Indie Artists United, INDIE. I say that because indie it could be spelled so many different ways.
Right. It's not Daytona, y'all.
Yeah. Yes. So INDIE Artists United at gmail.com. So I'll say it again quickly because I was laughing. And so it's Indie, INDIE Artists United at gmail.com. And also, if you'd like to give me a call, my number is 252-642-9206. The number again is 252-642-9206.
Thank you again, Victor. All
And
right.
Victor, I got to say this very quickly. And thank you for not doing that song and going T-Pain on us. Yeah, I really appreciate the taste.
If I might say this quickly, before we leave, because I think that this is something that needs to be said. As a Christian, being a Christian or being in the church, we tend to be very biased towards music. But I've actually learned so much being in Indie Artists United. And one of the concepts I'd actually like to say just quickly before we off is that, an artist is an artist. An artist is the product of their environment. And
that's so true.
Regardless of what content is being displayed or being used in any song, we must think on the aspect of the environment that this artist was produced from. And so when you look at an architectural work or an artist's work, then you're looking at foundation, environment, and they're giving you what their experience is. And so we must respect the artist, be it R&B, be it hip hop, be it whatever. We must respect the artist. And so when an artist gives me some work, I'm like, okay, let me listen to it. Let me hear you out.
Right. That's an expression.
Taught me something today, and I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you taking the time out. And if this was a blessing, this was definitely a blessing today. And I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Shonda. I want to thank Jania for joining us, Victor. And for everyone listening, you are going to be able to download the episodes. You'll be able to download this episode on YouTube, also on Facebook at the Max Mobile Celebrity Podcast. And you'll be able to download the audio files on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Pandora. And it'll be about another 2 weeks, around the 20th, 21st, 22nd. We will be on iHeartRadio as well. Okay, so thank you, everybody, and this was really touching. This was touching. I really enjoyed this. I love the conversation. It was like being at a buffet today. It was like a spiritual buffet. We turned around and had a little hip hop over here, and we finished out like that. This was really pleasant. I really, really enjoyed this.
Certainly, me too as well. Thanks for having me as well, AJ.
Everybody, we will be back next week with another celebrity guest on the Maximum Celebrity podcast. And I want everybody to have a great weekend. And please remember, we're still at this pandemic. I want everyone to stay safe, stay sanitized, and please stay smart. Okay? We'll see you all next week. Everybody have a great weekend, and we'll see you then. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Hey, Gina, tell Gina.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Tell Gina to actually get my number from AJ so that I can send her my files as well.
Sure thing. I'll let her know. All right, Victor. Thank you.
Right. Bye now.
Bye-bye.